So come to a seat, just one shin in front of the other, sitting up nice and tall, and you can even remove the flesh from your feet. Just enough to sit up a little bit taller, and go ahead and bring your hands to your knees. As you sit up nice and tall, go ahead and shrug your shoulders up towards your ears, as always, and then draw them back and down so you create a little more space across the chest. Do that one more time. Take a deep breath in, draw them up. And a breath out to draw them back and down. And then think about lifting through the crown of your head as you let the eyes gently close. And feel the back of your neck lengthen a little bit more. Any movement there that you need, of course, you can take it if you feel like you're holding tension in the back of the neck. And just take this moment of pause and take a full breath in to lean in. And a big breath out to find ease. Do that 2 more times. Fill all the way up. See if your inhale can be a little bit longer. And then exhale to empty out. Let it feel a little bit deeper. One more like that. Big breath in. Maybe even open your mouth. Notice how just by taking a few rounds of breath in stillness, your body shifts. And because you shift from that place of needing to react to a place of observation, just notice what sounds do you hear? Can you just observe them? Maybe you start to notice where the air touches your skin. Where your skin touches the air. And without needing to react to it, just take a breath in to notice. And a breath out to find that ease. In this moment of stillness, maybe you choose to set an intention or reason for stepping onto your mat today. Maybe you just pick one word that rings true to you or just comes up. And try not to think too hard about it, but see it in your mind. And again, take a deep breath in. Imagine you bring in just a little bit more of that. And a deep breath out, feel your body respond. Ever so slowly, gently, can you start to just bring your fingers together and interlace them right in front of your chest. And just flip your palms forward. You'll press them away from your chest and round your upper back and drop your chin towards your chest to deepen that rounding. And then nice and easy, you'll rise up and reach that structure overhead. And then drop your right hand down and you'll lean over to the right. And you'll just come back up through center, reach both hands high, big breath in. Drop the left hand down and lean over to the left. Take one more inhale, reach both hands up. And then bring both hands behind you. Place the pads of your fingers on the ground and just lift your chest. Feel your shoulders roll back. Feel your chin lift higher. Without straining the back of your neck, can you take one more big breath in to really expand through the front? Maybe even open up your mouth if that feels good. And then start to drop your chin towards your chest first. And then reach your hands up. Take a deep inhale. Start to walk your hands slowly forward. And then you get to round here. Drop your head. You're not here long. Walk the hands back towards your legs. Notice what shin is in front. And then you'll just switch. Sitting up nice and tall, you do that all again. So interlace the fingers in front of your chest. Flip the palms forward. Take a breath in. Press them away. Chin to your chest. And round your upper back. So lean away from your hand. And then take a breath in. Reach that all the way up. This time, drop your left hand down. Lean over to the left. Come back up, reach both hands up. And then drop your right hand down, lean over to the right. We'll come back up through center. Both hands will lift first. Hands will come behind you. Just tent the palms, lift the chest. You know the drill. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, lift your chin. And then slowly, slowly, slowly first, chin towards your chest. You'll sit up, take a breath in, reach up. And then think hinging at the hips just to walk the hands forward. Doesn't have to be really big. It's early in the hips. And then round, maybe drop the head. Release tension in the jaw, in the shoulders, the elbows. And then you'll walk your hands back up. Sit up really tall. And then take both legs out in front of you. Give them a little bit of a shake. We're going to spend a little bit more time on a seat before we flip it over. Keep your right leg long and bring the sole of your left foot to your inner right thigh. And so we've done this before. And we're going to reach your hands all the way up. Turn your navel towards your right toes. And then just an easy fold towards your right toes. And you'll notice it's early, but we're finding more space in the left lower back. So maybe even take your left hand to your left outer shin, your right outer shin. And take a breath in to reach your heart beyond your right pinky toe. And then exhale, you stay or you just round and fold. So you can really get into that meaty muscle in the left side of your low back. And then you'll rise up, take a big breath in. Start to take your left hand behind you. Now, normally we start to find a back bend here, and you just really slowly start to come up to a modified side plank. Might feel like a crazy transition, but your left knee is on the ground, your right leg is long, left hand is on the earth. Take a breath in to reach your right hand up. And then reach your right hand overhead towards the back of your mat. And then stay here and start to take your right hand behind your head. So you're going to bend at the elbow. Take a breath in to lift your elbow up a little higher. And then as you exhale, I want you to start to round. Think about right elbow towards the inside of your right wrist. They don't have to touch. But now you just get a different stretch in the upper back, the right upper back, in between the shoulder blades. You're going to do that one more time. Inhale, open up, see if you can squeeze the shoulder blades. And then exhale, think about rounding your elbow towards your left wrist. And then you'll reach the right hand back up. Take a big breath in. Look to the back of your mat. You're just going to land in a tabletop pose. Hands and knees. Take a breath in to lift your chest, find your cow pose. And then exhale, press the ground away, round into cat pose. So nice, do that one more time. Slow inhale to lift through the heart. Slow exhale, you get to round. Now start to walk your hands back towards your legs. I want you to walk your hands up your thighs. And just stay with me. You're going to take a breath in to reach both hands high. Take your exhale to tip it back and reach your hands forward to engage the belly, the legs. You're going to do that one more time. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale, tip it back. Reach the hands forward like you were holding a block in between your palms. Rise back up. Step the right foot forward towards the back of your mat. So you're still facing the back. Right hand to your left wrist. Lean over to the right. Take a breath in, reach the hands back up, and then slowly start to take your hands down to frame your right foot. So you're at the back of your mat. Still at the back of your mat. Tuck your left toes and lift your left knee off the ground, so a low lunge. Now keep your left hand where it is on the ground or on a block. Start to reach your right hand forward, and then reach it up to the sky. So you start to find your first twist here. Reach your right hand up a little higher. Take one more breath in. And then reach your right hand back forward or towards the back of your mat. Let it land inside your right foot. Look to the left. Wide leg forward fold. Parallel the feet. And take your halfway lift right here, your first one. And then exhale to drop your head. Soften the elbows and you fold. And do that one more time. Inhale, halfway lift. Get even longer through the spine. Maybe soften through the knees even as you fold. So you can maybe fold a little bit deeper. The low back lengthens a little more. Now it's halfway lift. Take your inhale to lengthen. I want you to see your left foot. So we're creating a circle, kind of fun. And you're going to frame your left foot at the top of your mat. Pausing here, just take a breath in, look forward. You're going to step your right foot up to meet the left, forward fold at the top of your mat. You're back to the top. Halfway lift, big breath in. Bigger bend in the knees to fold right back down. Stand all the way up. You'll rise through the inhale. And bring your hands together right at your heart center as you empty. Take one breath in to feel your chest expand towards your thumbs. Maybe open your mouth, clear it out. And then reach your hands back up to the sky. Huge inhale. Sit right back into chair pose. Start to ignite the legs a little more. Stay for the breath in. Sink a little bit lower. One more inhale to lift the chest a little higher. Hinge at the hips. Reach forward before you fold and bow down. Take your halfway lift, big breath in. Plant the hands, step back to plank pose. So strong here. Take one inhale to prepare. And then knees on or off the mat, lower all the way down or halfway. It's your choice. And then lift your chest. Find up dog or cobra. Press your hips back, downward facing dog. If you need a child's pose along the way, of course you take it. Stay here. Take a full breath in. A big breath out. Maybe start to pedal out the feet. Shake the hips, shake the head. Now we're going to find something fun here, a little bit of fun on a Monday, right? We need it. Spread your fingers wide. Start to look to the space between your thumbs. So I want you to think about this is where your seat is going, even though it probably won't land that far forward. I want you to just take a breath in to lift your heels a little higher. Use your exhale to bend your knees. Look to that space, and you're going to cross your shins to find a seat. Ta-da. So fun. And then hug your knees into your chest. Bend your knees. Lift your chest a little bit higher. Take one more full inhale. Bigger exhale. And then just one boat pose before we move to the other side. You can start to lift your chest high, want that spine to stay long, and then float your feet. Maybe float the hands. Stay here for 3. Energy through the toes, through the fingers, lifting through the crown of your head. 2. Last one. And then just cross your left chin in front for a moment. I want you to sit up tall, reach your hands high, fold forward. This is a nice counter after that work. Rising up, take a breath in. Tent the hands behind you, lift the heart, lift the chin, just like you did before. And then switch what shin is in front, right shin in front. Rise up, take a breath in. Keep it even, just to fold forward on both sides. Walk the hands towards you. They come behind you one last time here to lift the chest. And then chin towards your chest. Sit up. And now it's your left leg that goes long. We get to repeat all of that, all on the other side. Super fun. Make sure your left toes point straight up to the sky. Reach your hands high. Turn your chest towards your left toes and then fold forward. So lots of love in the low back here. Take a breath in to lengthen it. A breath out to stay or deepen. One more huge inhale. Bigger exhale. And then you'll rise up, reach your hands up to the sky. Right hand will drop down behind you, and you're just coming into that modified side plank. So pick your feet up, slide your right knee underneath you, and your right toes can even come to like a kickstand behind you. Reach your left hand up to the sky. And then your left hand, reach it overhead. We're going to really keep that length on both sides of the torso. Bring your left hand behind your head. Take a breath in to lift the elbow even higher. And then exhale, you get to find that rounding action, your left elbow towards your right wrist. One more like that. Inhale, open up. Exhale, you get to round it. Reach your left hand up to the sky. Nice, and then start to reach your left hand forward. So much that then you find that tabletop pose facing the back of your mat. Take a breath in to lift the heart, find cow. Exhale, round, press the ground away, cat pose. One more like that on your own. Slow, steady breaths. Inhale. And empty. Walk your hands back towards your knees. Walk them up your thighs. You rise up. Reach the hands high. 2 times you get to tip back on your exhale. Reach the hands forward like you're holding that block. One more like that. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale, tip it back. Reach up for the inhale, grow even taller. Step your left foot towards the back of your mat. You're in that lunge. Now this time, left hand to your right wrist, lean over to the left. Reach up, take a big breath in. And your hands come down to frame your left foot. Now first, I want you to tuck your back toes and lift your right knee off the ground. Fire up that right leg. Your right hand will stay. Reach the left hand forward. And then reach it up to the sky. Take one more breath in this twist. And reach your left hand back towards the back of your mat. Let it land inside the foot. Look to your right, wide leg forward fold. Parallel the feet. Take your halfway lift. Big breath in. Find release as you fold forward and empty. One more like that. Halfway lift. Bigger inhale. Maybe even open the mouth as you fold and bow down. Your halfway lift again. Heart goes forward. See your right foot. Frame it low runner's lunge. Back to the front of your mat. Take one more breath in to look forward. Use your exhale to step left foot up to meet your right. Halfway lift, big breath in. Exhale to fold. Stand all the way up. You'll rise, collect the palms together overhead. Pull them together into your heart. Stay here. Maybe even close your eyes or soften your gaze as you inhale, expand. Open your mouth to land. And do that one more time. Big breath in, stand up even taller. Clear it out and empty. Start to sweep the arms out and up. sit back into chair pose. Let this be so strong here as you lift the chest a little higher and you sink a little lower. Take one more breath in and then exhale, fold forward. Your halfway lift, chest goes forward. Plant the hands, step back to that plank pose. Strong and steady. Take your inhale, prepare. Knees on or off the mat, lower halfway or all the way to your belly. Lift your chest as you inhale. Press back through your knees this time, child's pose. Stay here, big breath in. Long breath out. Slowly come forward, hands and knees, tabletop pose. Spread the fingers wide. Tuck the toes under. Hover the knees as you inhale. Hips back and up, downward facing dog as you exhale. Full breath in. Clear it out. And then one last flow here. You'll start to lift your right leg up and back. Three-legged dog, your first one. Maybe even start to soften the left knee so you can square the hips off. I want you to look forward to your right thumb. Take one more breath in. Right foot comes to that space. Right foot to your right thumb. Now, your left hand will stay like you did before. Right hand will rise and reach up to the sky. You twist. And then reach the right hand back forward. Let it land inside the foot. Wide leg forward, fold to the left side of your mat. Halfway lift, big breath in. Exhale to fold and bow the chest. Now it's halfway lift. Your chest goes forward. Your hands catch your hips. Stand all the way up. Bring your heels in, your toes out. Bend your knees. Sink right into goddess pose. Your hands can even stay on the top of your thighs so you can lift the crown of your head a little higher. And even though it's a challenge, can you stay? For 3, maybe a little sway side to side. 2, last 1. And then you'll straighten the legs, sweep the arms high, parallel the feet first. Reach up. Warrior 2 to the back of your mat. Your left knee will bend. Your right leg is long. So nice. And then reverse your warrior. Left hand will rise as you inhale. Left forearm to your left thigh. Right hand reaches forward, side angle. Take one more inhale. Maybe sink a little lower as you exhale. Come back to that warrior 2. Start to wiggle your right fingertips. You're going to sweep them down towards the ground. You're going to reach towards the back of your mat. And then pick your right heel up, high lunge. And then maybe even adjust your feet. Soften your right knee. Sweep your hands up. Take a big breath in. Like before, left hand to your right wrist. Lean over to the left. Reaching back up as you inhale. Now see if you can step your right foot to your left. Land in chair pose. Take a breath in to lift the heart. Tip it forward, sweep the arms back. One more like that, lift back up. Tip forward and you sweep. Now stand all the way up. You'll rise. Bring your hands to your heart. Pausing here, take a big breath in. Open your mouth. Now you'll sit back into chair pose. We need to shift the weight into the right foot. Pick up the left knee. Create a figure 4 here. So cross the left ankle right above the right knee as you send your seat back. Heart forward. Getting into that left hip a little bit more. You're just here for 3, 2, 1. Stand up. Hug that left knee towards your chest and stamp the left foot down. Coming to mountain pose, but you're just facing the back of your mat. Shrug your shoulders as you inhale. Mouth open, clear it out as you empty. You'll sweep the arms high, take a breath in, maybe even look up as you grow a little taller. Hands fold forward, bowing the chest. And take your halfway lift again. Big breath in. Plant the hands, step the feet back. Moving through that low push-up to up dog, down dog if you want. Or just press back, downward facing dog. It's always a choice. Take a full breath in. Long breath out. And then once in that down dog, we shift to the other side. So just a half circle this time. You'll send your left leg up. Maybe soften the right knee. Take one more breath in to look to your left thumb. Step your left foot there. Your right hand stays. Reach your left hand up to the sky. You get to twist this time over to the left. Take one more breath in. Reach your left hand forward. Let it land inside the left foot. Look to your right. That wide leg forward fold. Parallel the feet. Halfway lift takes your chest further forward. And then exhale, soften the elbows and just fold. One breath out. Now halfway lift. Hands catch your hips. Stand all the way up. Again, heels in, toes out, bend your knees, hands to your thighs. It's your goddess pose for 3. Can you lift your chest a little higher? Maybe even grab opposite forearms above your head. 2. Last 1. Parallel the feet, straighten the legs, sweep the arms down, out, and up. Warrior 2 to the front of your mat this time. Your right knee will bend. Reverse your warrior, reach right hand up to the sky. Right forearm to your right thigh, left hand forward, side angle pose. Stay here just for the breath in. Back to warrior 2. Now this fun, funky transition, your left fingertips wiggle, swing them down, reach them forward first, and then see if your back heel can lift up, maybe a little hop. You can widen that front foot a little to the right. Reach your hands up, take a breath in. Right hand to your left wrist, lean over to the right. Reach both hands high. Step your left foot up to meet your right. Sit in the chair. Breath in to lift the heart. Breath out, tip it forward, sweep the arms back. One more like that, even bigger, rise up. Tip forward and you sweep. Use the power in the legs to stand up and reach your hands up. And then slowly bring your hands to your heart center. Pause here, take a big breath in. Maybe open your mouth, clear it out. Start to sit back into that chair pose again, but just enough to just send weight into your left foot. Cross right heel over left knee, figure 4. Or right ankle over your knee. So sending your seat back, heart forward here for 3. Breathing into that right hip, 2. Last 1. See if you can stand up and hug that right knee in. Step the right foot on the ground, palms forward. Mountain pose, Tadasana. Shrug the shoulders as you inhale. Let go as you empty. Sweep the arms out and up. You'll rise up. Forward fold, bowing down. Halfway lift, big breath in. Your hands go down, step back to plank. Your choice, how you get to downward facing dog. Big inhale. Long exhale. And we're going to do what we did before. So maybe take your hands just a little bit wider. Spread your fingers really wide. We're going to use your inhale to lift your heels higher. Come to the balls of your feet. Use your exhale to bend your knees. Look forward. Cross your shins to land in the seat. Ta-da. See if you can drop your feet down, bend your knees, lift your heart, take a big inhale. And clear it out. Stay here or one last boat pose, picking your feet up. Maybe float the hands for 3. If you want something to do, maybe tap the toes one at a time. Last one. And then take your right shin in front. I want you to sit up tall, reach your hands high as you inhale. Hinge at the hips. You get to fold forward and bow the head. And you're here for a few rounds of breath. So if you want to rock your head side to side, and that comforting sort of motion, you can. Maybe on the inhale, you think about your heart going further forward. And then on your exhale, you deepen and you round. Here, just one more full breath in. Find that ease as you empty. Walking the hands back towards your legs, sit up tall. If you want the hands behind you to lift the heart and that feels right, that feels good, go for it. And then you'll send your left shin in front, sit up tall, take a breath in, reach higher, tip forward, and same thing on the other side. Drop your hands to fold. Any movement that you need here, whether it's that rock or sending the heart further forward, can you lengthen through the low back? And then exhale, folds you in maybe a little bit deeper. You're just here for 3. Can you still be in observation rather than reaction? 2. Last one. As you slow things down, just sit up nice and tall. If you need that counter, a lifting of the heart, go ahead and take it. Take one more breath in. Bigger breath out. You'll come back up through center. Take both legs in front of you. Give them a little bit of a shake. And you can keep your legs long, maybe even bend the knees a little to keep your heels grounded. Make sure you have enough room behind you. You'll just slowly, one vertebra at a time, find your way to your back. Arms down along your sides, plant your feet, hips width distance. And just one easy, simple back bend. So finding just an easy bridge. So pick your hips up when you're ready. Press down through the feet. Gaze straight up towards the sky. And then slowly release to the earth. Heel toe your feet a little wider and just knock your knees together. Maybe one hand to your belly, the other hand on top of that. So you can feel your breath working, flowing through you. Maybe even close your eyes. And again, maybe you start to notice the sounds that you hear, but you choose not to react. Again, noticing the air on your skin. And just embracing it. Becoming aware of it. Take one more full breath in. Bigger breath out. And if this feels like exactly where you want to stay, your low back really pressing into the ground here, you stay. Or if you'd like to take your final rest with your legs long, your arms down along your sides, start to just set yourself up for your final rest, your Shavasana. Once you're there, just allowing the toes to soften, the fingers to soften. The shoulders, the sides of the neck, soften. And the features of your face. And allow them to soften. Allow your whole body to stay supported by the ground. And just notice your next incoming breath. Can every breath after that be just a little bit bigger than the last? Allow your breath just to wake you up slowly back in your fingers, back in your toes, your wrists, your ankles, maybe even a rack of the head. And in your own time, you might even take your arms overhead, find a little bit of a stretch, whole body stretch, and just bend your knees, roll to your side. Take a moment to pause. And bring yourself all the way up to a seat. Bringing your hands together in front of your heart. Taking that breath in to feel your chest expand towards your thumbs. Maybe open your mouth, clear out that space as you empty. And bringing your intention back to mind. Know that you've created the space in your day to create space in your body, in your mind, and you can fill that space up with that intention. And take your thumb tips to the center of your forehead, remembering to be kind to yourself and kind to others. Namaste.